What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So this is going to be Sky Striker versus Mathmech. I'm not going to waste any of your time. Let's get right into it. So, of course, friendly reminder to like and subscribe. Who's going to be going first? Is it going to be the Sky Striker or Mathmech? Most likely Mathmech, because Sky Striker wants to go second anyways. And yeah, Circular send the multiplication, sorry. Not even the Sigma, because wow, he drew 2 copies. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, usually you don't really do this kind of sequencing. In this situation, I guess I understand. The only hand shop here is Imperm, but Imperm Mystic Mine is actually a really good 2-card combo. Yeah. Anyways, going to be going into Laplacian and then detach 2 materials, but that's going to be met with Imperm. Very interesting, because this could have searched the induction, and that would have been an out to Mystic Mine. So yeah, you really do have to use your hand shops to negate your opponent's outs to your outs, if that makes any sense. But whatever card Alambertian can search, Circular usually can search, because you're trying to search either Superfactorial or Induction, or sometimes Diameter as well, but that's only something that you can do with Alambertian and not with Circular. Anyways, going to now be going for addition, and at this point, he can have access to Diameter if he wants to, with the combo of Link Devotee, Cyber's Wicked, etc. Anyways, I think he's going to go for the Heat Soul combo, so revive, draw 1 card, trying to draw maybe a hand shop or something, even though it honestly doesn't matter too much. The Sky Striker play, well, yeah, so he did draw a hand shop that he can actually set, which is nice. And Call by the Grave is really good against Sky Striker, Mathmech, sorry, because we're going to be able to banish one of the targets. Yeah, on the standby phase, Deco Talker Heat Soul is going to be drawing 1 card. This really opens up the door to Gamma. Very, very dangerous. He drew Ash. Oh my god. He drew Imperm off of the first one and Ash off of the second. It could have been the other way around. And that's the reason why I personally considered not playing Imperm in Mathmech. Mathmech. Because I was a little scared of drawing Imperm on my opponent's turn. But if you're good like this guy, yo, anything can happen. Anyways, main phase, yeah, gonna be going for Mystic Mine, which is ridiculously annoying. And he's gonna have to pass turn, set another card. This is gonna be a very back and forth game. A little sarcastic, however, there is actually a way he can win. This game is not over because there is actually Induction, which is one of the outs. So yeah, gonna be setting a bunch of cards. Obviously, don't want to empty out, don't really want to try to set 5 cards to clog your zones, because obviously you need to draw into that Induction. But yeah, going to be discarding even more cards. I don't know, I guess it makes sense that he's not trying to summon monsters. But yeah, now he's actually finally breaking the Mystic Mine, so this is going to be completely different. And he discarded a lot of spell cards on end phase, so the Engage can actually draw cards, which is a little terrifying. And of course, he can resolve that multi-roll, not be afraid of Ghost Ogre. And the Ash can negate, the Ash from his opponent cannot negate Engage because of multi-roll, and it now resolved. So this is actually really nice, because if you have like Duster in your deck, you can resolve it and your opponent can't do anything about it. Really insane, man. But yeah, he kind of has to Ash the Area 0, which is garbage, of course. It literally does nothing. He can destroy the Imperm, which is kind of obvious that it's there, because he set it very specifically in the multi-roll zone. Now going to be trying to use the effect of... what was it? Rose? Yeah, because a monster in the extra monster zone was destroyed. Call by the Grave is going to banish it. Very interesting. I don't think I would have used Call by the Grave on Rose, because if you have, let's say, 6 cards in your hand, chances are you have Ray access anyways. So yeah, it literally did nothing, because he had another one, and it wouldn't have changed anything. Like at this point, you can just go Engage, search. Again, your opponent cannot Ash this or whatever. So yeah, go for Hayate, attack for 15. Yo, this is seriously not in Mathmech's favor at all. Go for Engage, there's basically nothing that can really stop him, even though actually, yeah, this is the kind of situation where, he wouldn't have been able to go Imperm. Again, multi-roll makes it so he can't respond. But yeah, he can go for Kagari, and that can finally get eaten by Imperm, even though, again, I don't think it's gonna change much, because there's still multi-roll, there's still freaking 10 billion Widow Anchors, 4 different hand shops, the dream is real! Oh, man. Oh, this is nasty. Shark Cannon, banish one of the targets, so that you basically summon a Stratos instead of summoning a Trishula. That's the best way to put it. But yeah, he also doesn't have Diameter access, which is kind of funny. Like, we saw him discard for 20 turns, but he never discarded Diameter. Anyways, he's going to be searching for Hona Jones, which is a follow-up, even though he doesn't really need it. And then, sorry, oh my god, I was uncomfortable, okay? End phase is going to be setting back the Shark Cannon with the multi-roll. The Diameter will not be resolving, or will it? Because whatever you target can get negated, well, banished by Shark Cannon, or DD Crow, so it really doesn't matter. And now there's the Sigma effect in the grave, which can revive itself back. If you want to, you can also banish it. I mean, when you have like Shark Cannons and DD Crow, better believe like the Mathmech cards really aren't doing too much. But yeah, now the Circular will tribute itself to revive back the Diameter, and that's going to be met by the Shark Cannon. Yeah, oh, no, it doesn't target apparently. Oh, that is not good. Okay, so yeah, he's not gonna do it, finally. And yeah, Call by the Grave on the Alambertian, that tributes itself for cost. So because of that, it will not resolve in order to summon another monster. Equation is going to, well, that target, so that can get destroyed by Shark Cannon. He can still kind of play, though, because he has 10 billion extenders, so that's kind of the issue. So he has to hold a Nibiru for, like, the longest time if he doesn't want his opponent to have, like, a negate. So yeah, double Shark Cannon, so double steal. Triple Tactic Talents can look at his hand and make him lose a card. So he can technically make a comeback if he plays very, very well, but he also needs to find a way to destroy this multi-roll. Which he can thanks to Ghost Ogre, so that's actually really cool. So if he only has like 3 hand traps, chances are he might not be able to do too much. And now the Nibiru is being dropped on him, so gonna be summoning a fat-ass token, and I think you can already tell that the multi-roll will not be able to do too much. Oh, actually, the Rose here is nasty. Alright, so that's a nice synergy that you got with Nibiru. He can revive back the Rose on his opponent's turn, and that's immediately going to be a follow-up turn. Sorry. Actually, the Rose did not revive itself back. Is there something I'm missing? Maybe because it got caught by the grave last turn. That could make sense. Yeah, that's definitely what happened. Okay, wow, so it actually paid off. Yeah. So yeah, anyways, he's going to be top decking Reinforcement of the Army because he's ridiculously good at the game. And that is basically the top deck that you needed to win. So yeah, Kagari, Recycle Back, Engage. Jesus, this is nuts, man. No, not even. Not the Engage, but rather the multi-roll. Gonna banish the token with the Zeke, and then attack for 15. Make Shizuku, Shark Cannon, banish the Sigma. Recycle back the Widow Anchor. It's actually crazy how a single Reinforcement of the Army changed absolutely everything. Alright, game 2, usually people make Sky Striker go first. This hand is literally Exodia if you're going first. Again, I don't see how it becomes any better than this, unless you drew, let's say, I don't know, maybe Foolish Goods and Rhoda in your hand. This is nuts, man, but double hand trap, and there can only be one in a deck that's supposed to go second? Oh, man, this is freaking must be nice. But yeah, summon the Ray and then go for Kagari, recycle back the Engage. At this point, I wouldn't use the Engage. I would just go like Shizuku and then use the Widow Anchor on myself. And that's probably what he's going to be doing, so not going to be wasting the Engage. Ah, nicely played. You see, so he actually thought about my move. And yeah, he's going to probably search Widow Anchor and Widow Anchor himself. Oh, not even. Okay, so that makes sense because he doesn't want to lose too much to evenly Lightning Storm Duster. He already has There Can Only Be One, so why bother with, a card that he doesn't necessarily need? Although I will say the multi-roll was kind of useless to activate if you're not trying to do the Widow Anchor move. Anyways, on the opponent's turn, the There Can Only Be One is kind of like a turn skipper in a way. So summon the Circular by sending the Diameter. He keeps hard drawing the Sigma, man. This is actually crazy. Summon Sigma from hand, not even actually. He's gonna go, oh yeah, no. He will try to summon it, but then decide it might, There Can Only Be One will be used on like the activation, so it stays in the hand, and now we can discard it for Silent Mining. And what's gonna happen now? Yeah, that's a misclick, by the way. Yeah, I think he can't really do too much, so I'm gonna be passing turn. I was like, can you really play with any of these cards? Absolutely not. Extremely unfortunate. So yeah, crash on the... Oh, that's the worst case scenario. When you can crash your Shizuku or like any of your Sky Striker monsters, and then revive back the Ray, attack for 15, go for Hayate, attack for another 15, send a card. Oh man, this is definitely not what you're trying to see. And especially since he couldn't even go for like Hayate or Kagari, so technically I would have summoned the Circular in defense just to avoid this play from going on in case the opponent had There Can Only Be One. But at the same time, it's hard to predict that your opponent drew the Saki 3 of. But yeah, go for Hayate, attack for 15. Again, the There Can Only Be One is hurting him as well. So it can be argued that the correct move is also to go into Shizuku instead of Hayate, but whatever. So yeah, Shark Cannon, banish the Sigma, and then end phase, get back the Shark Cannon. So yeah, it actually really does make sense that he's trying to go for Hayate because multi-roll really is just that good. So yeah, top deck Lightning Storm, this is fantastic, man. Really, really good top deck. Silent Mining gonna be eating the Ash, but then he has triple Tactic Talents. Look at the hand, and now he has Diameter as a follow-up. So you can go normal summon the Diameter and play from there. Technically, he can revive back, well, it doesn't really matter when you think about it. Technically, revive back the Nabla and then tribute summon the Sigma. I think, even though it changes nothing, because he can go for the Alambertian, search Circular, and then send the Sigma, revive back, search the Super Factorial, tribute the Alambertian, revive back another monster, and now he can go for a Laplacian on his own turn. That would be really, really nice, man. If he sees the sequencing, he might actually win the game. But yeah, going to be searching for the Super Factorial now. And yeah, okay, so now he can only attack with one monster for the rest of the turn, but he doesn't have to be afraid of any interruption. Can't really go for the access code OTK because if he tries to destroy the Hayate, the Ray will come back, and then it can immediately turn into Kaina to target the access code so that he cannot attack for the rest of the turn, and that would be a bummer. Therefore, he's gonna have to find another way to win, and I want to say a good way of doing that is by going Alambertian, tribute itself, revive back the Diameter, go for Laplacian, make your opponent lose the Hayate as well as a card in the hand. Ray will try to revive itself back, and then you can negate it with the Diameter. And now you set the Super Factorial, and on your opponent's turn, you can go Super Factorial, maybe on standby phase, make your opponent lose a card, and then he tries to go, like, activate any card, and you can negate. So if he does this sequencing, he wins the game. However, he's not going to be doing that. He's going to be going for Splash Mage, revive back the Diameter. I don't really understand why, because he looked at the hand, he knows for a fact that there's no interruption. Transcode Talker, revive back the Splash Mage, go for the Access Code Talker, which makes 0 sense because he can only attack with one monster and this is not game. Obviously, he can negate the Ray, but then you only have like a 5300 attack vanilla monster. Like, this card literally does nothing at all. Literally nothing. So yeah, attack with for 53 and then set one pass. I think this is really underwhelming. Definitely could have done way better than this, but it is what it is. Top deck the Veiler. So yeah, if he went for my sequencing, he literally won that game. 1 billion% guaranteed. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, revive back 3 monsters on the standby phase. It can be argued that the correct move was to... No, that's not true. Yeah, he most likely... Maybe he wouldn't have used the Engage first because he only had 2 spells in grave. So maybe the correct move was to go Hornet first so that you can get a third one. But then that would open yourself up to getting destroyed by Super Factorial. So yeah, you kind of had to start directly with Engage. So therefore, standby phase Laplacian makes sense. And this randomly makes your opponent lose a card. It's not like Desert Locust, where you actually choose the card that you're losing. So he can chain the Hornet Drones, and now it's a 50-50 shot. So if he discards the Veiler, then he keeps the Engage, he can negate it, but at the same time, even just a token can turn into Kagari, which can definitely put pressure on the Laplacian. So he's going to be discarding the Engage, which is the best case scenario. However, this is far from over, so he can go into Zeke, and then threaten the Laplacian, because it really needs to stay on the field in order to apply the negation effect of Diameter. So regardless of whether he lets it resolve or not, it doesn't change the fact that he baited the interruption. And now he goes for Shark Cannon, revive back the Transcode Talker. And I think you can understand that this is going to be GG, because he can go for Access Code Talker, destroy 2 monsters, and then that is going to be game over. The Sky Striker player played very, very well. The Mathmech player played decently, but I believe that his sequencing in order to try to come back last turn was not really correct. Like I said, I wouldn't have went for an access code that doesn't do anything. I would have went for like double Laplacian, so 1 on my own turn, 1 on my opponent's turn, and that's the reason why I believe that people should be running 2 copies of Laplacian. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know your thoughts about this replay in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.